Ryan thought it was real, so I decided to stop and take a look. But yeah, he is not real. He's in a pretty glass case though. Hey guys, I am Nisi. I am a registered nurse and creator of this YouTube channel, Nesley's World. If you like the content I create on this page, remember to hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post a video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now let's get back to the video. Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, a warm welcome to you as well. This video is going to be a Q&A, like a travel nurse Q&A. But before we get started, I wanted to state a few things. It is no secret that travel nurses are making a good amount of money.
How much money you make?
I don't know, 70,000 last month. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, I'm serious too. Seriously, how much money you make?
I told you, 70,000. Well, technically 72,000 last month.
You made 72 grand in 1 month.
Yeah.
But with a lot of money comes a lot of work and also a little bit of headache, okay? So let's get started. There are a lot of contracts out there stating 48 hours up to even 60 hours per week instead of the 36 hours that we are used to. But some of these contracts are not short. Yes, you have 4-week contracts and you do have 6-week contracts, but these crisis contracts can go as high as 13 weeks or up to 26 weeks. This is not to deter you at all, but this is just for you to have an idea of what you are signing up for. Some of us work our regular 3 days and we are burnt. Even if we do that extra shift, like for the week, and you work your 12 hours for the week, we are burnt. So just imagine you are going to take a contract for 13 weeks for 48 hours per week, and you have no control of which day you can schedule to work or which day is going to be your day off. Because sometimes the days off, you have to schedule, for example, you do a 48 hours, I would want a 2 days off. But sometimes it may not be like that. They will schedule you to work one on, and then the next day you're off, and then the next day you're back to work. So these are just some of the things that you have to consider when you're going out there to sign a travel contract or a crisis contract, okay? And when I say 2 days off, I'm talking about 2 days back to back, not one on, one off, one on, one off. If I work like that, I want to make sure that I'm set up with a 2 days off back to back, because I do night shift. So the day after I leave work, that day, although it's considered a day off, is a day that I would be sleeping, and sometimes I end up sleeping out the whole day if I'm tired or if I'm exhausted. On the second day, I have to try and make sure that I catch up on chores, I catch up on things that I need to pay for, bills or errands that I need to run. So yeah, I would want 2 days off back to back. And again guys, this is not a video to deter you from doing travel nursing or taking on a travel contract. This is just to let you know what it is like out there, or what the hours are like out there. So you have to be mentally strong to deal with some uncomfortable situations that you may be placed in, okay? Also, you guys need to be strong and stand up for yourself, stand up for your patients. When something feels wrong, talk up. If it feels unsafe, talk up, okay? Don't just sit and dwell in it until something happens, and then that's the time you're saying something and then it feels like it's too late. Just talk up then and there. Especially in a crisis, talk up then and there, okay? So you can get anything that you're uncomfortable about clarified, okay? Another thing, always remember, this is work. So although you're placed in a hotel or you're in an Airbnb, however you're doing your contracts, remember to wear your mask. Avoid drinking, especially if you can't manage drinking. If this is the time when you're stressed and you're like, oh, I need a glass of wine, and you know if you drink that glass of wine you're going to sleep past your alarm, do not drink. Do not drink. And learn a hobby while you're away from home. This helps to burn the time, right? We all want to be back home safely to our family, and we want the time to blow off quickly. So learn a hobby, read a book, manage your expenses, figure out your taxes. Some of us need to figure out our taxes. Talk to your CPA or whatever, but you do things to burn the time when you are not working. So enough about the contracts and all that stuff. Yeah, time for the travel nurse Q&A. All right, so the first question I get a lot, this is the one that I get a lot: how did you get started in travel nursing? So when I was in Oklahoma, when I was working in Oklahoma, I met two travel nurses, Ariane, and Katrina. And they were two travel nurses that were working on my unit, and I was picking their brains every day. I see them at work, I ask them questions about traveling. Ariane always talked about California and how she was getting her working on getting her license for Cali, which she did, and she's in California living her best life, doing her thing. I'm super proud of her. Katrina also is still traveling, I think, but those were the girls that I actually spoke to about travel nursing, and they were the one that kind of made me want to go into travel nursing. So once I left Oklahoma, I had my baby at the time, so I couldn't jump right in. So when I went to Jamaica and I came back over, I actually started off with a travel contract instead of taking a staff job. And that is how I got into travel nursing. Where did you get your information on which agency to choose? So I did a bit of research while I was on maternity leave, and I used Facebook. Mind you, Facebook can literally steal your time when you're scrolling down looking at memes or looking at people arguing on your timeline or whatever, right? Facebook is also useful for research, especially when it comes on to agencies, what agencies to choose, because these are real people talking about real situations that they're placed in with their agency. You can see which agency is doing what, which agency some nurses will never work with. There is going to be a plus and minus to that, and why I say that is some recruiters can make the company look bad. So it's not necessarily the company that is bad, but it's just the recruiter that you chose. And if you feel like you've done your research and you think this company is a good company, 5 people bashing the company out of 20, you can make your decision on that. It just depends on what you feel comfortable with. I've worked with Aya, and I haven't had any problems with them. I've heard people complain about them, but I have not had any problems with them. And my recruiter was great. If you're interested in who my recruiter for Aya is, Aya Healthcare, I can share that with you. Just shoot me a comment or so and I'll just let you know. Also, I've worked with Favorite for Crisis and haven't had any problem with them either. As I said, recruiters can make or break a contract, or recruiters can make or break a company. It just depends on what you're looking for and what you get. If the pay is right and you're getting covered with everything that you requested, you can go with the company. There's good and bad everywhere, right? So you just do your research, do your due diligence, and choose wisely. Another question I get asked a lot is, travel nurses are always treated badly at my facility. Do they treat you bad where you travel to? So, good and bad. I have some facilities that I can say that I've been okay at. and there's some that it's just straight up bully. You can tell the way they speak to you, the way they approach you, it's just rude and disrespectful. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Some staff nurses are angry that you're there making double or triple what they are making as a staff nurse, and they take it out on you. It happens. It happens. You have travel friendly facilities out there. You can always research those, because there's a lot of reviews. As I said, on Facebook, there's a lot of nurses that talk about hospitals or areas that they love traveling to, and some of the facilities that are traveler friendly. So you should also check out some of those pages. All right, I'll link them down below as well, just so you can click on them, go through them, join the group on Facebook, get your information, and do your research. Okay, but yes, they treat me badly sometimes, but that's okay. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, right? All right, and another question is, how do you deal with being treated badly on a contract? Well, when I'm treated badly, I actually vent to Ryan. Poor Ryan. But I vent to Ryan. And if you don't know, Ryan is my husband. I vent to him a lot. Or I vent to my mom. If it's really bad, I think I've cried. When I just started traveling, I cried twice during a contract. That's when I just started. During my first contract, I cried twice. And this is because there was one time when I went to work and I was just not getting any help at all. Or I was like, I was spoken down to. And this was nothing that I did bad or anything at all, but just the way that they decided to approach me in a situation. So yeah, I cried twice during my first travel contract. But then after that, baby, when you know your stuff, you know your stuff. You do what you gotta do. You document and you go home. You go home. You're making your money. Let your paycheck put you to sleep at night, okay? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're only there for 12 hours. You don't live at the facility. You're only there for 12 hours. When you finish your 12 hours, you leave that 12 hour at the door, okay? Do not carry that weight with you, okay? You're only there 3 days out of the week when you're traveling. Whatever contract you do decide to do. But for me, I was only at my workplaces for my traveling for 3 days. And when I go to work, I just do what I gotta do. No matter if I'm disrespected by staff, by a doctor, anybody, I just let it go. I'm only here for 12 hours. I'm only here for 12 hours. And you just push through it. You will be okay. You will be fine. Next question is, how do you deal with insurance? So for me, I'm now per diem. I do contracts in between. Right now I'm on a contract. But for insurance, I go through Marketplace. There's also other insurance personnels out there that you can link up with to get a quote. There's things out there, but for me, I signed up through Marketplace, and I ended up working with like a health insurance person, and he got the best thing that I felt he got the best thing that I felt comfortable paying for. Either way, some of these Marketplace health insurance can be even cheaper than what you're paying through your agencies. Also, there's agencies that offer you day one insurance, so that is great. And there is also some agency that says that you have to work 30 days for them before the insurance kick in. So you have I would rather go with the day one insurance, but yeah, anything can happen during your contract. So that's how I deal with my insurance. I went through Marketplace. Another question is, how do you manage being away from your family, especially your daughter? I miss them so much. I miss my family so much, especially Azalea. Right now I'm traveling, so I'm not able to see her every day, but thank God for technology. I do video chat with her, and I do video chat with my husband, my mom, my sister, family members. Yes. So if I'm not video chatting, I am here working on a budget. I'm always working on a budget. I do believe that we should all try to get out of debt and always try to like advance ourselves in some way. And I sit and research about investing, long-term investments, not trading. Or I was interested in trading, but then I was kind of like, I don't got time for that. So I research long-term investments. I make my YouTube videos. I write what I'm going to talk about for a future YouTube video. Right now I do not have my vision board, but I did buy this cute little planner for 2021, and I'm writing down my goals and stuff for 2021. Just a lot of things to kind of burn the time. And you know, during this time I'm kind of also learning that I don't even watch TV that much. Most of the time I'm listening music and planning. Yeah, so that's how I cope with being away from my family and being away from my baby. And I get pictures of my baby every day, and I talk to her every morning. I talk to my husband every morning. I talk to my mom every morning. I talk to my sister every morning before she starts online school. So yeah, and I have friends that call and keep me motivated. I haven't really met any friends on this contract, and I think it's because of COVID and nobody kind of really trusts being around each other. So I'm kind of mostly hanging out in my room and on my days off and just doing these things. Yeah. Also, I should show you a book that I'm reading. 1 minute. The Money Book of Personal Finance. I do encourage every travel nurse, every nurse that is doing a crisis contract to manage your money wisely and don't splurge too much. I'm not saying don't treat yourself. We all treat ourselves, but we have to remember that tax season is coming up. Some of us still have debt, and some of us want to upgrade our vehicle. You know, you want to upgrade your vehicle, you want to buy that house, you want to plan for your child's college or your children. You want to plan for your children's college. Plan wisely. Make a plan for your money, okay? Make a plan for your money. Don't squander it too much, okay? Yeah, so that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in the content that I'm creating on my channel, remember to hit that subscribe button. Also, remember to hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post a video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.